Good afternoon. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, Mike C. And of course, star of the show, as always, and forever, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Not a lot to report on today. It's still the dead zone in the NFL. We do have a few other, few bits and pieces, I guess, from other sports. But we're starting off with another rest in peace. Seems like every week we have one. We lost Julian McMahon. Now, who was that? Very handsome young guy. He was a doctor on Nip and Tuck, which I watched a few times. Very good in that. For our sake, he's best known. He played Doctor Doom in the first two Fantastic Four movies. And not the greatest roles, but he was. I thought he was a pretty good actor myself. But he passed away. He had let's see if I have it on here. He had cancer. He's only 56. He's very young, I thought. So rest in peace. And he was talented. He did quite a few movies. I think he was in a couple of soap operas. I think I won't swear that, but yeah, very unfortunate. Last week's video did 7 views, which is pretty good for us. I think that's all. Usually, that's what we get. I wanted to let people know that they're not showing up on a regular YouTube. I don't know why, no idea. But they can be accessed, and I guess it's the only way, as far as I know. So Murphy's trying to get inside the door. Just go where we usually find them, with my name. Then click on channel, my channel, and then go to the videos, and then you'll get all Bucky's Mail Days from all the way back. So check them out, see what you can find. The Reds are 46-44. 2 games, over 500. They're 8 out. The Mariners come to town. They've been at or a little bit above 500. Seems like the entire year. I don't see them really making a move. And it's pretty much going to stay that way. It's just kind of one of those years that are just average. And it is what it is. The free agency in the NHL started last week. Hawks, they may have signed one player, but they've basically done nothing. No one major. Is just, I don't know why, to be honest with you, but I don't know. It's just the way they're doing things nowadays. So, Bucky, what in the world do you have in front of you? Well, I woke up this morning, this is a true fact, and there were 4 either videos or announcements or features or whatever on Jared Goff, and I haven't even get a chance to read them all. Well, it must be a sign, so I got Jared Goff. This is the magazine that I got last week, and a big picture of him. So I thought, well, let's put Jared Goff on Bucky's Mail Day. So Bucky said, sure, it's a good idea. Murphy's going crazy because I closed the door on him. But just not a lot of report. Lions haven't signed anybody. Still a lot of rumors. Like I mentioned before, I have a feeling they're not going to sign Zadarius Smith. It's just either you're going to wait for somebody to get cut, because they've already down a few draft choices. I don't think you're going to be doing that. I just don't think they're going to make any trades. I'd be very surprised if they do that unless for a player. I think get some kind of a deal with a very low draft pick, but you don't really, limit yourself to that. But I think they're going to wait until cuts, and so it's going to take a while. There's not a lot of news, the entire NFL, to be honest with you. There just isn't. But if there is, we'll report it, Bucky. I do want to mention one thing. This happened 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to mention this. Um, our landlord actually fixed our ceiling. The panels were hanging down full of tape, and they were basically falling out of the ceiling, basically. But he fixed them, put all new cardboard ceilings in there, and bolstered them up, and so it looks a lot better. I just wanted to mention that. Just forgot to do it last 2 weeks. Don't have a lot to report on. I actually watched soccer. My God, I never watched soccer. The United States was playing Mexico for some Gold Cup thing. I don't know what it was. And they ended up losing, of course, 2-1. But that's the most soccer I've watched probably in 10 years. But I'm trying to think of anything else to report. I know baseball's just going along. I can't think of anything, Bucky. The first preseason game is coming up in like 3 weeks. I want to say the Chargers and the Lions. I'm pretty sure of that. But we had 4 this year, which is very good, helpful for us. And the big topic of conversation is the backup quarterback. Might be Hendon Hooker's last chance. He'll probably start all 4 games, at least 3 games, I would imagine. They're gonna, trade him, bring in somebody new, somebody else. Very possible. Because the third guy, I don't think is that good, really. But so we'll see what happens with that. It's probably the big news as far as players on the team. But I don't know. He hasn't developed like they thought he was. It was going to, and so holds the ball too long, and stuff like that should be gotten a lot better over the course of time, and it hasn't. So see if he's developed now. There's still news out there. Players are developing, but it's just a downtime, and there's nothing we can do about it. We had a nice 4th of July. I can't remember, did we grill or not? I think we grilled, yeah. And the weather was very, very nice. And fireworks are okay. I mean, just where we are is like, nothing great. But it was a beautiful night to watch them. And we had some, very good ones. And so that was a good one. But it lasted, it was past 11, past 12 when I heard a couple of them. So, and then the next night there was like one lone fireworks, and that was it. And last night there was nothing, so appreciate that. A lot of garbage around. There's one house that had a ton of spent shells and cardboard boxes, and I was taking Murphy out for a walk today, and the garbage man was there and cleaned all it up, so that was nice. As opposed to our neighbors, which we're going to get to that. But the other thing I wanted to mention was last week on the 4th, trying to bring politics, and I've said that a lot, and I tend to bring it up a lot, but it's important. President Trump signed a big, beautiful bill, and that was fantastic. That was on Thursday, and they had fireworks the next day. We watched some of that on TV, and that was cool. And Carla doesn't really get into fireworks that much, but even she said there was some really nice ones. And Trump had a hell of a day, hell of a week, and hopefully we'll see some of the rewards from this big, beautiful bill. Well, now it's big, beautiful law, they're calling it. And so we'll see what happens. But I was very happy. It was a great day for America, and yeah, 249 years, and it already started, at 250, so it'll be even better, bigger next year, and so that'll be exciting. And see if they can top this year. That's going to be tough to beat, but I think they'll come up with with stuff that will, and just not a lot of news overall. But no news is good news sometimes, right, Buck? Bucky says yes. All right, guys, I think that's about it. Yep. All right, so for Mike C and of course Star Show, as always, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And I'm glad everybody had a safe 4th of July, and we'll catch you down the road next week. And take care, everybody. Bye now.